What's up, gamers? Welcome back to another Fall Guys video. Today I'm going to be showing you how to qualify in every single race in Fall Guys. I'm going to be showing you guys the easiest way to qualify rather than the fastest, so don't expect any speed run tactics here. This is going to make it so you always guarantee a qualification in every single race. I hope they're helpful. I'm not a professional player or anything, but I do have 70 wins, which is I think kind of good. So I hope they're helpful. But if you do want me to do another tutorial where I show you how to qualify in every survival map or team map, make sure to hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Thank you for watching, and of course enjoy the video. Alrighty gamers, so here we are doing every single race in Fall Guys. Let's begin with Dizzy Heights, arguably one of the easier races for you to qualify in. It's pretty simple, but I'm going to show you how to do it anyways. So to start it off, no matter where you are in terms of positioning, it doesn't really matter. What you'll see is a lot of players will try to do jumps and jump through this and do this and that and blah blah blah. Trust me, you don't need to do that. Just follow these arrows. Whichever way these platforms are pointing, just follow them and you'll be totally fine, because you actually get a lot of speed, a little bit of momentum when you're running by just following the moving platforms. So rather than jumping around and doing a bunch of nonsense, you're better off just literally just running. Don't jump, because you lose that speed and you're totally good. Here with the balls, the tennis balls or whatever you want to call these, moving down, trust me, it doesn't really matter. If you can avoid them, great. It's not a huge deal. Here's where you'll actually gain some speed. If you can, I recommend going into the right side of the area here, because towards the end, same thing here, you want to just follow the platforms, the arrows, totally fine. This platform will always be favoring the right side. So instead of me going all the way around on the left side, you'll see rather I just immediately, and I'm there on the platform. Super easy. Even though I started in the back and I didn't really have a smooth start, I'm already in the top 10. Now here, obviously, don't forget to jump and maybe hit him with a dive, and it's pretty simple. Just follow the arrows, get some jumps in, and you're good to go. Super easy qualification. Didn't have a smooth start, but I still somehow made it to 6th place. So that's Dizzy Heights. Super duper easy. Now up next, we have Seesaw. Now I know a lot of you guys might be thinking, well, Alex, this is impossible. Seesaw's so hard. Trust me, it's super easy and you'll be totally fine as long as you follow this one secret that I have. No matter where you are, like I even joined the group of players here, you never want to be on the sides of the platform. You always want to be towards the center area. So for instance, if I was here, I would want to move here so that I'm in position to this center. So that's why I'm over in this area. Same thing here. You'll see, okay, here I'm going to try to jump towards the center area, because that way you are better off in trying to make it to whichever side the seesaw tips towards. Also, if you want to keep a little bit of your momentum rather than falling and diving like these players, you can actually jump onto these yellow platforms. If you're not confident, don't worry about it. But as you can see here, I keep my momentum rather than diving and losing all of that speed. But same thing here. Always jumping towards the middle. And what I will always do is, rather than jumping on this side, if I'm on this platform, I'd rather not, because I will actually make the seesaw go up and make it harder for me, so I lose a little speed. So I'll actually stay on this one. Then I will jump towards the center once again, keeping the seesaw stable, and then boom, I am towards the front. I can just walk right over, no problem. I keep my speed. And then that's pretty much it. From here, you just want to always be staying towards the center, the middle area of the seesaw. Let the seesaws do their thing. It's pretty simple physics. I really do recommend using the dive button very often. If you find yourself jumping a lot, say if you need to jump to this platform and it's a little bit higher, hit the dive button. You usually will clear it most of the time. Obviously, this wasn't a great example of a hard seesaw because I was in first place, but hey, like I said, as long as you follow the rules that I say, which is stay in the center, don't be on the edges, you'll be totally fine. Yeah, that's pretty much how I qualify. Now this next one is DoorDash. DoorDash, I really don't like it very much because it's very random. It's just, I don't like that random feature. For instance, with my Photoshop skills, like this door could all be fake. Let's say I'm this guy, then I have to run all the way over here and lose a lot of time, which is really really annoying. Thankfully, that doesn't really happen too often, but regardless, I do have a couple of tips to make sure you qualify. Always let people do the jumping for you unless you are in first place. The reasons being is if you get the wrong door, for instance, like this guy, this pink guy right here, you're gonna fall over and then you're stuck behind the mob. You never want to be stuck behind the mob. So you will always let the players jump for you. Like these players, they're doing the jumping for me. I'm not doing any jumping, and I see, hey, this guy has found the entrance. So I didn't do any jumping. I'm just gonna go ahead and walk right over, and boom, I'm good. And I always throw a little dive in just in case. You never know when you might get stuck or someone will jump and make you flop over like Fall Guys do. So always try to dive through just in case to make sure you secure that positioning, because you don't want to be stuck here. Otherwise, you're dead. So like I said, same thing here. I'm always sticking towards the behind the front of the player base because I don't really care about getting first place. I just need to qualify. So right here, I'm just like, all right, these guys are doing the work for me. Easy peasy, gonna qualify, and that's how you do DoorDash. Alrighty, up next we have Hit Parade. Now this one is kind of sometimes annoying, but usually it's not too bad. I will say to those players right away who are a little bit, you know, they panic when they fall down here, trust me, don't worry about it. You're totally fine. But of course, if you can, make sure to stay towards the center. I always do recommend always jump towards the center of these little platforms. That is the best way for you to be stable so you don't fall over. Now here, you want to let the other players push the doors for you. That way you're not getting bumped around, you know, flop over with the mob of players, because I mean, Fall Guys, for some reason that's a mechanic. Be careful. Like me here, I take that L, but it's totally fine. Now right here, you'll notice that there's like 30 players right here for whatever reason. What I like to do is you can see me pushing the door here so that as soon as it opens up, I move in as soon as possible. So I'm pushing the door, I move in as soon as it's open rather than jumping in or staying in the back. It's much more efficient to just keep pushing the door in, and that way you can move in as soon as the gates open up. Now here, make sure to work with your camera. Cameras are very important here. I can see like, oh, okay, this wrecking ball is coming from the right side. I'm good. I'm gonna wait here and move in pretty easily. And finally, the ending part of Hit Parade is make sure to run up the sides here or this side as well, because these donut things will never hit you. And sometimes if a player is behind you right here and they run into you, then you actually get a lot of momentum, and then boom, 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 you're easy. And then you're like, aha, easy game. And I didn't have any players behind me, so, you know, whatever, but easy qualify, not too bad. And that is Hit Parade. Now up next is Whirligig, my favorite map in the entire game. And what you'll see is a couple of tricks here that I'm going to show you guys. First and foremost, if you're in the front, you're going to see what I do is I jump here, jump again, and I get a huge speed boost. Look how far ahead of the other players I am. It's pretty nice, but in the end, it really doesn't matter, because what I like to do is I always sit right in this area so that I get absolutely launched ahead. Sometimes you'll even get launched all the way over here. But if you're like me and you get hit this way, it's not a huge deal, not a big deal, because you can get up right away, jump right over this purple pole thing, and then right here you can get hit again, and boom, right away you're back in front. Now right here, there's a couple different ways for you to get over. Sometimes players like to actually jump and grab the ledge here. If you can at all possible, jump onto the yellow cube and jump over. It's 1,000,000% faster, but if you can't, you can grab the ledge. Right here, obviously timing is everything with the fans. Always go through this area here or this area here. In between these two fans, you will never ever be hit. And then it's smooth sailing from here. And then I'm going to teach you guys some tricks here, so check this out. So for the middle section, trust me, you always want to go middle, is right here. You'll see right on this third line, I dive, and you can see it's the smoothest. Like, I didn't even get hit once, not even once. Smoothest way to get through middle. But if you're scared and you don't want to do that, I even show you another way. Look, I even go back because I was so ahead. But you can go over here to the right, and right here, I found this out myself, self-discovered by the way. If you hug this area right here, you'll actually get hit right towards the center, and that just secures you a spot rather than going around. And if you're scared that you're gonna get hit, you get the checkpoint and then you're good. And then another secret here I like to do is if you sit right in this sort of general direction, you can get hit by the thing and it cannons you right towards the ending, and that is Whirligig, the best map in my opinion. All right, we're towards the end here. We only have 3 more maps to go over. This one is Fruit Shoot. This one's pretty simple, same thing, kind of like Whirligig. If you can do the triple jump and then you get that extra momentum, but for the most part what you want to do is hug the sides. You always want to hug the sides, because sometimes if you're unlucky, you're going through the middle, this cannon right here will shoot a log that will actually just yeet you. So you don't want to be there. Right here, just keep an eye on the fruit in front of you and just run. If you can, try to avoid them. But I mean, that's Fruit Shoot. There's really no other faster way to get to the end. That is Fruit Shoot. You're gonna qualify as long as you don't get hit by fruit, in which case then maybe not, but it's all luck based. Alrighty, now we have Tiptoe. This one is a little complicated, but I'm gonna give you guys my best advice. First and foremost, what you want to do is you want to do some information gathering. So right away, check where you can land. It doesn't hurt. For the most part, you'll always find the beginning path. And if you want to be a little gutsy like I do, sometimes you can just jump in random areas and you'll actually find paths. Like you see me here, I'm just jumping, and even though I fell, it's not a big deal. Players are really slow, so as long as you're jumping and diving, if you find that information, totally valuable, and you have no reason to panic. Like here, I fell 2 times. I'm chilling because players are slow and they'll be in this mob, and most of the time you don't want to be here. If you have to be there, that's totally fine. Trust me, you really don't need to. Now, say you're stuck in a position where no one's moving, keep an eye where these platforms are doing, or what they're doing, I should say, instead of where. If they're moving, if they move around, then they're fake platforms. So be careful. If you can spot like, okay, this one moved and this one moved, so then clearly it's this one, obviously just go. But do not forget to jump. And sometimes be careful. I would throw in a dive just in case, because some people will grab you. But for the most part, as long as you're playing it safe, you're smart, somewhat near the pack, but not exactly there, you'll qualify most of the time. Alrighty, and now it's time for Slime Climb, the last map. I'm going to show you the most efficient way and safest way to qualify. I'm not going to do any like speedy tactics, and I'll show you why in just a second. But first and foremost, doesn't matter where you are for this first little skip. Oh, instead of going for this triangle thing, it's super risky. Don't do it. Jump right here. You'll always make it, and you'll never ever have an issue making it, because you won't have a mob of players trying to do this business. As you can see, super easy. Just patience, and you'll get there 100% of the time. So that is my first little skip here. Here, again, another nice little skip. You can jump from this little ledge towards the first little platform. Obviously, timing is very important. So like right here, I can see like, okay, this one's going back. This one's going to go forward. As soon as I wait for it, I go. Easy. If you want to save a little time here, you can also jump directly onto the yellow platforms. I mean, it doesn't save too much time, but hey, if you're going for that speed run, then you're good. Here, you can also jump and dive right onto the platform rather than going all the way around. And then from here, same thing, jump towards the center of the Twinkie things and you'll be good to go. You can also jump here and actually go right onto this pink slime, but it's not a huge deal. It doesn't really make a difference. Sometimes I see players go for this little jump here where you jump here and then you go there. I don't really like it because it's kind of hard to do. I'd rather jump right here and dive, and you will always make it onto this platform rather than going again all the way around. So boom, easy, not too hard. And then from here, it's all about patience. Keep it slow. Don't worry. Don't panic. Camera, take your time, because if you're already at this point, I think you're probably set. This is like the easier part of the map. So that is Slime Climb. Now, the reason I really don't like the first shortcut is for this reason. Check this out. So, all right, so let me show you guys why you shouldn't be doing the triangle jump thing, because it's so popular that so many players are doing it now that when you do it, sometimes you get you get the shortcut, but sometimes you don't make the jump and then you're bouncing across, getting all flung around, and it's just a huge waste of time. So I really don't recommend you do it. If you want to, if you think you'll make it, then it will save you maybe a second. For the most part though, do this skip and you'll be good to go. But that's gonna do it, you guys. That is how to qualify in every single race in Fall Guys. I hope I didn't miss one, but I think I'm good. If you guys want me to do other game modes like survival or also doing team games, let me know in the comments down below. And of course, if you did enjoy, hit the like button and subscribe if you're new. Hopefully these helped. Let me know in the comments which was the most helpful. But regardless, I'll see you in the next one. Yay!